What's poppin', YouTube? It's your girl Christina,
and I'm Kay,
and we coming at you with a story time. I know y'all guys have been waiting for this story time for I don't know how long.
Not that long.
Not that long. Just the other day.
But this has actually been requested. What is this story time about, Christina?
This story time is about a drunken night that I had when she first came to stay with me. So this was back in either 2011 or 2012, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really remember it too much. I don't remember a lot of parts. So this may be short.
It's not going to be short, guys.
Because I don't remember it.
I remember everything because I was not drunk, okay? So let me paint the picture for you guys so you guys could kind of come back in time with us, okay? Do you mind if I talk first and let the people know what you did to me?
If I remember anything, you know what I'm saying, then I'm going to chime in. I mean, the parts that I remember. And if I feel like you fabricating and
exaggerating,
then I'm going to chime in.
Fabricating? Okay. Let's go back to 2011 in Manhattan. We were in New York City, baby, right? Mm-hmm. The city of lights. She tried to fight me. Okay, no. All right, so let me tell you guys what happened. And this is the first time Christina has ever spoken to me crazy or anything, okay?
The first and last time.
Yeah. Remember when you yelled at me in the car? Anyway.
That was it.
And you kind of just yelled at me a little bit like 10 minutes ago. Like 2 minutes ago.
I didn't yell at you. Anyway.
Okay, anyway, sorry guys. So we were heading to a club, right? Once we got to this particular club, it was myself, Christina, and 3 of her friends. At this time, I was brand spanking new living back in New York, so I didn't have any friends like that. So it was just me and her friends, right? And I didn't really know her friends like that either. So, and Christina and I, even though we weren't new to each other, we were still kind of new to each other.
It was fresh back in, relationship-wise.
Right. So we were heading to a club. Once we get to this club, when I scoped the people who are standing outside the club, I didn't want to go back in the club because they all look like rock and rollers, people who do different type of drugs. It just really wasn't my crowd. Like, no offense to anybody, it just really wasn't my crowd. So,
however, that wasn't the same club we were going to.
But for some reason, I couldn't hear that.
Which I was trying to let her know because there was other clubs in that area as well. So, go ahead.
Okay. So, I'm like, I don't want to go to this club. And Christina's like, no, just come. And you were not explaining that to me. You were just simply trying to get me to go to this club.
Right, but I was also saying, like, no, it's not like that. Because I knew what the reason was. And then you went to my friend and was like, you don't want, and then she said, yeah, I don't want to go to that.
So listen, somehow.
So I was trying to tell y'all, it's not that type of party.
And I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go to this club. I didn't want to go to this club. I didn't want to go to this club. And somehow I convinced one of her friends to jump on my bandwagon. So now this girl is like, I don't want to go to this club either. So I'm like, so let's go. I don't want to be here. But in the meantime, the line is moving forward, right? So we get close to the bouncer and I'm like, Christina, because she was drunk. Were you not drunk?
I can't remember.
So I'm saying to her, I don't want to go to this club. I want to go home. You're drunk. You're drunk. At that time, I didn't know that you can't tell a drunk person they're drunk. So she's telling me she's not drunk and I'm confused because you're drunk. Like, how you telling me you're not drunk, but you're doing drunk shit? Like, she was all over the place. She was slurring her words. She was drunk. And I just keep telling her, you drunk, you drunk, you drunk. And I'm not understanding why she's getting so upset at the truth. That's because she's drunk, right?
So the bouncer told us we couldn't go in.
So the bouncer told us we could not get in because she's drunk. So that makes her really mad. And I think this is where now she doesn't know what happened. So all of a sudden...
And I remember we went to McDonald's.
So we're walking, but in the meantime, Christina is talking mad shit. She's telling me to shut the fuck up. Now, mind you, I don't promote violence in any way. However, in my past, I done beat some bitches ass. Like, don't let this cuteness fool you. So in my past, you know, when somebody raises their voice at me or something, I'm probably gonna punch you in the mouth if I feel threatened, and I'm not gonna stop. But I really care for Christina, so I'm like I really love Christina, and I'm like, I don't want to punch this girl in the face, but who is she talking to? So I'm like, yo, I'ma fuck you up. And I'm like, just don't talk to me. Leave me alone. Like, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, if you keep coming in my face, we're gonna fight, and I don't want to fight you. So I'm sitting, she takes my neck. She doesn't remember any of this. She takes my neck and she's like, sorry. She's holding my neck really tight and pushing my head towards the table. And now we're in McDonald's. Somehow we walked into a McDonald's. She's pushing my head really, really close onto the table, like trying to make my head hit the table. Like, you were literally like this and just pushing my head. So I'm like, get the fuck off of me. Like, I'm losing my mind.
You was gonna fight me.
Right, I was pretty much gonna fight her because listen, where I'm from, right? If you guys don't know, I'm from Suriname. Suriname, and it's not just about the fact of where I'm from or whatever. I don't mean to sound like that, but the way I grew up, if somebody is threatening you in any kind of way, you have to defend yourself first. So I've always been like that. It doesn't matter who you are. If I feel like you're gonna put your hands on me, or you put your hands on me, yo, it's gonna, and I'm a big bitch. It's gonna take a lot.
But you wasn't a big bitch.
But I've always been hefty.
But you've been, yeah.
Right. I mean, I was smaller than this, but I've always been strong. I've always been, you know, like, I'm thicker than most, you know? Well, not most. But anyways, so I'm ready. I'm doing everything in my power to not go crazy. And Christina's just in my face. She's like this, drunk, like this. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Like, in my face, like this, with her hands. I'm like, and mind you, Christina has never, I've known Christina since 2006. She has never spoken to me like this before. Like, never done anything crazy like this to me before. We've been on and off since 2006. Never done anything. So I don't know who this person is. So I'm looking at Christina and I'm looking at her and I'm like, it's me. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, it's me. And she's just like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't remember.
Like, just going crazy. So I'm like, I'ma fuck you up. Fuck it. I'm whooping your ass. So her friend comes and her friend is literally having to pull Christina off of me. So I'm like, I'm leaving. Mind you, I don't really know how to, are you about to cry?
No, I'm laughing. So
okay.
You know, I don't have my glasses on. When I don't have my glasses on, my eyes
I'm out. Like, you know, I'm leaving. Her friend is trying to talk me out of leaving. Don't get on the train so late by yourself. The way you're dressed, don't go. And I'm like,
and I do remember, I'm still talking shit, but
yeah, she's screaming, like, talking shit. She's like her friend is a guy, so he's bigger than her, and she is like trying to get past him, like, fuck you, bitch, shut the fuck up, bitch. And I'm like this, I'ma fuck her up.
We're in the street almost.
And we're in the street, yo. Like, Christina and I have never. We don't even have screaming matches. Like,
we don't even argue. Like, we have this.
Maybe you were just tired of my mouth. I don't fucking know. Maybe that day you just said.
So then, boom, she leaves. I do remember this part. She leaves, right? And then, so I'm still mad. I'm talking my shit. I'm like, let's go back. We're gonna go back to the club.
Fuck
We're
her.
gonna get in there because I'm not drunk. We're gonna get in there because I did parties there, so I know who the bouncer was already. So we went back to the club and everybody was in there. We was all, well, we wasn't all having a good time. We went in and it wasn't the type of party that she was at. The girl who was on her bandwagon was like, oh, okay. And then when I got into the club and I see everybody having a good time, it's when it hit me,
on
like,
the train.
Like, hold up.
Somebody's missing.
She on the train right now, but I was like, what the hell? Nah, we gotta go. We gotta go, y'all. Let's go. I rounded up everybody and we went home. And then it was like time to go in the house now.
So
and I cried.
So yo, it was over. All right, so let me tell you my experience on the fucking train, the way I was dressed. All right, I'm a thick, flat stomach, big booty, you know, and I have a tight black dress on, a very, very short tight black dress with some heels, full face of makeup, and I think I had short hair.
Oh, you said that.
I had short hair. So I get in the train, mad guys are trying to talk to me. It's like 1:30ish in the morning. This one particular guy, I think he thought I was a prostitute, because at first he was trying to holler at me, and then it turned into him like saying he like praying, and then he said how he used to get fucked in the ass in jail. It was just so much happening on the train. Then I had to walk from the train station back to her house. When I got to her house, I called my friend Yaya, and I was telling her, I'm moving. I made a mistake. Oh my God, I have to come live with you. Because, you know, y'all don't know my history, but I pretty much had nowhere to go. So I was just distraught, crying. Like, and I had just came to America, literally, because I was living in my country before that. I was living in Florida before that. Then I was living in my country, and now I was fresh back in the United States. I was in my country for like a year and a half, and now I was fresh back in the United States. And I was just like, I made a mistake. I left my mom. Oh my God. Like, it was so emotional. And then I knew I was leaving. Anything. I knew I was leaving that day, like that night. But I didn't want to go back outside by myself, because I didn't really know New York like that, to travel like that around that time by myself. So now, and I really wanted to fight Christina, but at the same time, I didn't want to.
She wanted to fight me. I didn't fight her.
But I didn't want to, like, I feel like once you hit somebody, like because I've been into physical altercations with ex-girlfriends, and I feel like
we always got back together.
No, every single physical altercation I got with somebody, we never get back together, and it's always me like, hell no. The minute you put your hands on me, the minute you put your fucking hands on me, that means you do not love me. That's how I see it. You put your hands, if I have to whoop that ass, that means I don't give a fuck about you and you don't love me. Because when I care about somebody, I even watch what I say out of my mouth, because I can cut deep. And I watch what I say out of my mouth, and I don't even beat that ass.
Kind of deep. Even watching what you say could be kind of deep too.
Right, you know.
Like, that was a little too much.
So, so you came home.
I came home. And I don't know.
She just cried. She cried. She felt really, really
bad. The
next
day, I called my friends up, like, yo, what happened? They was telling me. I'm like, nah, I fucked up. Like, I was crying to my friends. I didn't even fuck up.
For real?
Yeah, I was crying to Sharice. I didn't even know her like that. At the time, you know what I mean?
For me, you cried for me?
I was crying. I was like, nah, fuck. She was like, nah, I just told, she was giving me advice and stuff like that.
But she told you that you were going crazy,
yeah,
right?
She told me that I was, like, nah.
So did I overreact or say anything wrong in this story time?
No. That's what happened. I just hate the fact that, one, I don't remember that stuff for people to have to tell me.
And I felt so alone, guys.
And, I haven't drank or gotten drunk since that day. Like, I can't even drink alcohol without, it makes me sick to my stomach.
But that's not really true, because remember the time that you came home drunk and I made you go sleep upstairs in your mom's apartment? No, it was not. That was after that.
That was after that. Okay.
Yeah, it was another.
But I wasn't drunk with you, is what I'm saying.
She came home drunk.
With you.
You came home drunk.
I was with my uncle, and that's how I ended up getting drunk. He was giving me like back-to-back shots.
I had to kick her out the apartment.
2 shots of double shots of Hennessy back-to-back. We was at Sin City, the strip club.
But she went right upstairs to her mama's house.
Yeah, I wasn't doing nothing crazy. I was pretty much just getting in the bed with my grand aunt. And
you weren't doing nothing crazy, Chris? I had work at 7 a.m. in the morning, and then it was wild.
And then she made me go. Then she called my mom downstairs. And yeah, but back to the story time. I've never really, what I'm saying, I don't drink anymore. I just don't understand. I don't want to ever be in a position where I can't control myself or know what I'm doing. I don't like that. That's just not something. Like with her, she could do that. I don't care.
But I don't do that.
But you did it when we went to Florida.
What I did?
You were just being crazy. You were like trying to mess up my fun. Jumping on the bed and stuff. That was
Remember that time I trashed the hotel room?
Oh my gosh. See, but I could do that, because if I did that, you would have been like, I'm out of here. Come get me somebody. You know what I mean? But
because Chris,
she could do all of that, and I'm gonna understand. I'm gonna know that, okay, she drunk right now. You tripping? We're gonna talk about this in the morning. I'm gonna tell you about yourself in the morning.
But I've never gotten drunk and cursed you out and stuff.
You curse me all the time.
Chris, don't say it on camera. I do not do that.
Nah, she'll curse me all the time. It'd be mad cute though when she be getting mad and stuff. It's cute, so it'd be funny. It'd be like even right now, that's mad cute. I can't even be mad. It'd be like, I don't know.
Anyways, guys, so that is the story of the time Christina tried to beat me up in Manhattan.
The recap of this, it sounds like you tried to beat me up.
No, I try to defend myself. I try to hold myself back from going crazy.
Right. I just wish I remembered more that day and had more control.
Moral of the story is know your limit of how much you drink. Don't tell drunk people they're drunk.
Don't ever tell drunk. Like, that's the number one. Like, you don't tell drunk people that they're drunk. Like, that's like a rule somewhere.
I didn't know that was a rule. Like, you're fucking drunk. You're fucking drunk.
They be like, no, I'm not. All right,
and I'd be like, no, you're drunk. So anyway, so moral of the story is 1, know your limit when you're drinking. 2, don't tell drunk people they're drunk. And 3, violence is bad.
Keep it out your relationship.
You know, keep it out your relationship. And if somebody puts their hands on you, they don't love you, okay? Because I'm not with that whole, love hurts, you know, blah, blah, blah. Well, love can hurt. But if you're in a relationship with someone and they are physically putting their hands on you, or you're physically putting your hands on them, you don't love them and they don't love you. Because when you love somebody, you don't want to cause them physical harm. You don't want to fucking beat their ass. Anyways, that's my story, because I had some story times where I whooped, you know, some ass, but that was the last time. Like, you got into physical fight and you guys like stayed together. We got into physical fight and I was out. Like, I mean, I will disappear, become ghost on your ass.
Relocate everything.
Relocate countries. I need the country on your ass. Okay, I don't play them type of games. Don't put your hands on me. Anyways, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time.
It's a little, you know, it's a little short, but this is the one you guys wanted.
All right, so make sure you subscribe,
comment,
and like, and also
make sure you hit that little bell, that little gray bell, to turn on your notifications so that you're notified when we post a video.
Thank you so much for watching.
If you like our videos, feel free to share them with your friends.
Peace.